Okay, so apparently this stream will only go till the white hallway. Whatever that means. So I'll probably stop and then record and then wait a couple days to post. Let's fuck around with the settings real quick. English.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Let me pull up chat on my phone. Hey, Truly, what's good, my guy? Subtitles, yes. Subtitle background, yes, because we want it to be easily seen. Turn up the brightness a bit. Motion blur, we'll do 50%. Gonna increase that.
Been busy AF.
I feel you on that. I'm gonna turn the music down to 50.
Got a job, but saving up for a new PC.
That's awesome, man. Does touchpad do anything? Journal and inventory. Come on, I gotta make sure everything's actually... I don't think they count touchpad as a button. Does R3 do anything? Okay, so R3 is journal. Secondary jump. What does X do?
We gotta play some games sometime. I should have some free time this weekend.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah, I'm definitely down. Just let me know. I also have a Xbox Series S now, as well as the Quest 2. So I've been thinking about... I beat Doom Eternal recently on there, which is pretty good. I think there is ways of recording and streaming off of that, but I don't know. So that I'd have to look into. But like I got Halo Master Chief Collection on there, and I got it with 3 months of like Game Pass Ultimate or whatever, so I also have obviously Game Pass, you know, live, all that stuff, so yeah, I mean, nothing really crazy about that, but that's a thing. So, but yeah, I figured I'd try this out because I did try out the
shit, the text mod. To speak sounds drunk AF. Emoji happy tears.
Emoji happy tears. I'm gonna actually switch the speed of TTS. We'll do normal. We'll do normal, because I feel like the normal voice will... Okay.
Omu.
Omu. Alright, so apparently I'm not supposed to stream past the white hallway. So whenever we get to a white hallway, I'll probably stop. And then record and stuff like that. I might stream something else. I don't know if it would be... Oh, this game is developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Holy shit. Yeah, so for context, this is based off of a Skyrim mod, which I actually played on the Xbox. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
There's some access
great.
stuff.
No, this actually, if you're asking about this game just came out today. Apparently, so, what the fuck?
Hey, you're alive.
Early access.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. but all I found was some loose change.
But no, the game
So,
just came out today. I just bought it
Wanna
right
tell
away.
me who you are?
Oh, I get to choose who I am? Male or female? Why are my hands up like that? I don't like this. I don't know if I want to be a guy or a woman. I'll be a dude, I guess. Skin tone, let's be realistic. Nah. I mean, nah, let's be realistic. Nah. Let's say this is like my skin
Oblivion
tone.
and Fallout vibes.
Yeah, it's based off of a Skyrim mod called The Forgotten City, and it's set in like a dwarven city and shit like that. But this obviously, I mean, if you look into it, it's really good. I think of all the Skyrim mods I've played on Xbox, because PlayStation mods are a lot more limited, because they don't allow custom assets, the Xbox mods are fucking amazing. There's another one called Fall Scar that I want to get into. But I played through the Forgotten City and I got one of the endings. I don't know if it was the best one or not, but I got one of the endings, and that was a good few hours. Like it was really intriguing, and it had me kind of hooked the whole time. Like it had actual custom voice acting. I think it had a custom score. You know, it was really good.
Skyrim got that FPS boost on the Series X too.
Yeah, on the Series S, I noticed it's hitting at least 60. I don't know, because I don't have an FPS counter, obviously, but I've noticed it on the Series S, Skyrim loads within like 2 seconds. And then, like, getting in and out of buildings is super quick, getting the game started is super quick. What's it called? The menus are all super, like, quick as well, like, they're not too laggy. You know, the frame rate in general just feels really nice. And the closest I've come to it on PS4 is I have a mod on Skyrim on the PS4 to hit 60 FPS. But with, you know, the old PS4 plus, you know, how many mods I have on there, it kind of fucks it up a bit. But yeah, what do I want my name to be? I gotta come up with a really dumb name for this character.
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus. I'm gonna make a little reference real quick. We're gonna do Lord Chungass instead of Lord Headass or Big Chungus. Lord Chungass. The people that know, they'll know.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river?
I'm assuming
What's the
that
last
someone
thing you
tried to kill me. Searching for ancient. Oh, archaeologist, soldier. Your time to run on the authorities means you quicken your feet and you're 25% faster. Your set trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. I feel like archaeologist is the one that they want you to go with, just for the more exploratory nature of the mod. I feel like either amnesiac or archaeologist is most interesting, because I don't want to go into ancient Greece with a fucking gun. I mean, I could do multiple playthroughs to get each ending, so I think I'm gonna do archaeologist.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or
So this
injured,
does start just like the mod.
worse. I would have gone in after him.
In this regard.
But he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Multiple endings. Dang, this seems ambitious considering the size of the team.
Yeah, no, and the fact that the team pulled it off in Skyrim as a mod, they literally got like a bunch of awards and shit like that too, for like, you know, good best writing or some shit, like best written mod, best voice acted mod, stuff like that. So, I mean, the only complaint I have so far is, I will admit, and I'm not going to say it in a judgy way just because I know it is a small team, the lip syncing is a bit weird, but it also looked weird in Skyrim just because of that engine. So I do not blame the small team for, you know, I'm just very excited that they actually got this out and on consoles, and let's see how this goes. I'm honestly really excited, so...
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Who the fuck are you? Oh, what's your... That's a big thing in the mod, is what's your story. You can ask everyone what's your story.
Oh, there's not much to tell.
Well,
Feels
that's
like I've
true,
spent
but
my
that could
whole
be
life
tweaked
in a
as time
dead-end job with
progresses.
an endless commute.
Yeah, exactly.
Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Why not?
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
LMAO, she's a Karen! All those... Oh.
I enjoy the multiple branches of dialogue.
All those Karen memes have really ruined that name. Oh god, that is... You can tell this takes place in modern times. Jesus fuck.
Olua Karen.
Oh god, I might... I kind of want to be nice and thank her, but I also want... Alright, let's see.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Okay, who...
He's the guy who
Yeah.
washed up on the riverbank
That's
not long
meta.
before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not.
But
maybe the two
Hold
of
on,
you
I'll
can
say it
piece
after
together
this.
what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
So basically, at the end of the trailer for this on the PlayStation channel, it was the fucking release trailer or whatever for it. At the end of it, there's a line about how the guy, one of the NPCs, doesn't like being stuck with his fate being up to a bunch of other people, and then one of the only response I saw in the box was, "Yeah, I know how you feel. I've lived through a pandemic." I was just like, damn, y'all really got me on that.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
I don't know if that's actually how it's pronounced or not, because I'm not Italian, but yeah.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
I do think, I don't know, the animation rigging is kind of interesting. It almost gives off an old, like, Oblivion type vibe with the conversations, which I don't mind. That's actually really nice.
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Why don't you use your phone?
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
She looks so happy.
Thank
All
you.
right.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Is it a gun?
There's
Gives me, like,
phones
a
in this
tingle.
universe.
Yeah, it's in modern day. It's set in modern day. She even said at the beginning that she was looking for a, Ooh, the sensitivity feels really slow. Can I fix that? Video controls? Whoa, that's very specific. Why is it going by 9? I don't like this. We'll do 189, I guess. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay. I'm liking this. Also, hello to whoever else is in the stream watching. Hope y'all doing good. Oh, secrets? The water looks gray. Okay.
What was some Slenderman vibes here?
Yeah, for real. Getting some horror vibes right now, which I don't mind. Water looks like claws. It's kind of cool. What if I don't want a sprint game? What about that? I will admit, going from the Series S to, you know, back to PS4, the difference is kind of huge. So I'm kind of actually curious. What was I gonna say? I am kind of curious as to
if you're reading
this is actually on the Series S or not.
The entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
Scared I'm gonna fall. No, I wanted to read the note.
Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads,
"Oh, fuck." It reads what? I fell. Son
its
of a...
existence is long forgotten.
God damn.
All knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads,
"Be right back, gotta do something real quick.
Step forth
Alright, do your thing, man.
And be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain. For this shall be their final resting place." But an underground city have remained a secret for all this time. The people have survived down there, against the odds.
Is this the white hallway
Seems
that they're talking about?
One way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Al Worth.
So I'm guessing this is the white hallway. So I don't know what to do here, because the creators of the game ask that you don't show anything past this point. So I don't know if I should, like, listen to them, because I don't want to be a dick. Like, I don't want to give people spoilers. So that's the thing. Because, I mean, I know I'm not some huge channel, so it's probably not a big deal, but, like, I don't want people to really spoil this for themselves if they do want to play. Huh? God, this is creepy. I'm not sure. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I have no idea. Kind of want to crack. Can I? Oh. I just wanted to crack the door open to see what's past that. I didn't know I was gonna hit a loading screen. I might stop streaming and start recording and give it a day or two. Well, I don't know, because I don't know if I should just give a spoiler warning or if I should... No, actually, you know what? How about this? If you guys want to check out this or the mod, because I'm sure there's going to be similarities, do so first, and then, you know, if you do intend on playing this, it is, if it's anything like the mod was, it's going to be very determinate on each person playing, so there are going to be ways to have the same playthrough as someone else to an extent, but there's multiple endings, you know, there's not going to be guides on how to get which ending yet. So if you guys do end up if you think that you guys are going to want to play this at some point, then I would suggest clicking off this stream, you know, not looking at any other videos, and just kind of taking your time playing through it, because it's only $30, it's not $60. So if you want to do that, that's what I'd suggest. Or you could play the Skyrim mod, which is on the Xbox One, Series S, Series X, and it's also on PC, obviously, so I would recommend doing that. It's free, like the mod is free. I played it on the Xbox Series S, it was amazing. So if you guys don't want any spoilers, I would suggest waiting, and kind of doing your thing, playing through it, etc. But if you guys are okay with spoilers, or you don't plan on playing through it, just make sure you guys watch with a bit of caution in case you change your mind. But I'm going to continue. If any of the devs end up somehow seeing this, even though I'm a smaller channel, and they do ask me to, you know, if they message me and they ask, hey, you know, could you take it down? We don't want any spoilers for like the first week or two. You know, that's fine. I'll respect that. But for now, this is what we're gonna do. So, okay. So let's see what's going on. Because I'm interested in seeing what this world has to offer. What are you doing? Can't inspect you, okay? This looks insane. Excuse me. Attempting to scramble away from something. See, I'm definitely intrigued to see how they do things without the use of Skyrim. A Roman legionary in a state of terror. What was that? That's ironic. I will admit, for a game on PS4, this does look really nice. It almost looks like an indie game you'd see on like PC. Which is not like a slight against the devs at all. Like, there's a lot of amazing looking fucking indie games out there. I've noticed it's a lot of horror games usually that look really nice too. So I'm gonna assume up there is gonna be a place of importance. I'm guessing over there is how we get into the city. It is weird walking into a city like this. How do you explain it? Oh, did Al kill himself? Wearing modern clothing, this must be Al, but how is that possible? Yeah, he killed himself, just like in the mod.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right.
It's like,
there is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. Find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
I don't like that. Stop. I'm also curious to see if there's any like Easter eggs for Skyrim in this game, because I feel like there probably is. Which is stalagmites or stalactites? One of the two. I don't remember which one's on the ground and which one's hanging. Okay, I guess we're not going up there. I don't like this. As if begging us goes for mercy. Yes, I know, you demonic whisperers. Okay. Oh god. What is this, Doctor Who? Again, I make jokes, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful. Oh, there's a photo mode. Okay. See, I'm just wondering how similar the quest is going to be. Like, if you're going to have to do similar quest steps, or how it's going to work. I also do hope, if it is on Xbox, I probably will get it on there eventually. And then stream it from there at a higher performance, quicker load times, etc. Yeah, having load times like this is so different. Like, coming back from next gen, it's weird. Again, that's not the dev's fault. Oh shit. Forget Me Not. It's called the same quest too. That's insane. Alright. Let's okay, we don't start out on a dock this time. That's new. What? I'm not even near you.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Lord Chungass and I've just come from his future.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine? What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time.
Just a little bit.
Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine?
Let's be honest with them.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly?
Ooh. Before or after Christ?
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in.
So it's a magistrate
So
instead
then,
of Jarl.
you coming?
Okay. Alright.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But
Whoa,
as you
who's
can
MR
see,
clean over
we've got
here?
a nice little community now.
Who's Mr. Clean over
Only
here?
23 of us at the
For
moment,
real.
if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say.
Yeah, so this intro was very similar.
Farm, where I grow all the food
Kinda
you'll
wish
ever
they'd
want.
do something a
As long as all
little
you
bit
want
more
is
different.
leek,
But
cabbage and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia.
I bet she has the clap.
Well, she's just been in a bad place. Well,
probably. Knowing how the character she's based off of from the Skyrim mod.
up here
Probably.
on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since.
The fuck?
And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live. so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You better go with him.
Who TF whispered LOL.
Yeah, I know, it scared the shit out of me too.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said I'll shoot you.
It'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
Watching you, fucking Horatio.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius.
Greetings,
Magistrate
Shakespeare
Sentius
guy.
asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me.
I mean, not like he could hurt
What you
me.
to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter what
Are
they
you
did,
in
they
Rome?
One of
Yes,
us in
apparently.
10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Who are you?
This place has become a thoroughfare.
Who is this?
I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
I want to meet all the characters. Is that such a bad thing?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now,
What a punch in
remind
the
me,
face.
why are we having this conversation?
What a bitch emoji happy tears.
Yeah, for fucking real.
Ugh, what is it with you
Disrespect.
people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it?
Kind of,
Well,
I
that's
guess. I
just
don't
a
know.
stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone. I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies? It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms. I went to sleep.
So
and when
she's
I
with
woke
someone
up,
else.
she was gone. That's
Okay.
it.
Makes sense.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
What if it's not a he?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience.
Or they
All
both
I know
disappeared.
is,
There's 3 people
whoever
missing.
he is, he's still here in the city.
How do you know?
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla. Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not
Check her
insinuating
ass, see
I'm
if she's
somehow
branded
pleased with her
emoji happy
disappearance.
tears.
No. My controller died, so one sec, let me go grab a charger. God damn it. Alright, one sec. Alright, controller's charging and I am back. Okay. Let's see.
If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
Yeah, I feel that.
So you'll help me find her?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed. Thanks. I'd appreciate it. All right, another time.
Okay, so near the front door. So this one? Over here?
She really calmed down. Emoji happy tears.
Yeah, she calmed down once I said I'd help her out. Brass mirror. Doesn't fucking work. Can't even see myself. Can I crouch? Ooh, I can. No, we're not stealing. I know how this game works.
That's my room. Leave before I call Horatius.
She's pissed. What's this? Okay. I should probably head over and talk to the magistrate. Hey, Sentius.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Lord Chungass.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure.
Aquisha.
Ayo, I got to go, but I'll hit you up on Discord sometime so we can play some games.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, just hit me up whenever, and yeah, just have a good one, man.
A secret
you know me.
Built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It is beautiful here.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Nope, I don't think I have.
Nor could I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die.
So if I punch him in the face.
The builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up.
Damn.
And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
This guy's a lot nicer than the dude. These questions will be available later. I'm just gonna ask him now.
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
This legal isn't always moral. I don't know if I want to roast this guy or not. We'll do it.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years, she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Oh jeez, don't you persecute Christians? Collective punishment. Don't your laws allow slave ownership, my guy?
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well. On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
I don't know about that one, man.
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
What if they want to protect themselves?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
It's so weird thinking that you could consider Christianity just a giant cult. Like back then and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion. Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
What? Fuck, how does he know that?
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see?
Oh, I don't know about this one, man. Classic time travel rules. Don't talk about the future. No bidding on sporting events. No talking to your past selves. See, I'm scared if I tell him that he's gonna freak the fuck out and go super, like, authoritarian. So I think I might lie.
Lie all you want.
Fuck.
But I see the truth in your eyes.
You don't see shit.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal.
That's fucked.
In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
Well, shit.
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I mean, 2,000 years, everyone's dead.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Yeah, I got you,
well,
man.
I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, fair enough. I get that. Any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Okay.
Ah, so you know about that already.
The fuck was that?
Devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see.
Oh,
if I can
the
explain.
paradox, right?
If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Yeah. That's it.
Good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Alright.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Okay. create a time paradox. Super easy. Yeah, no, I don't think it's Cynthia. Or Cynthia, however you say her name. Am I actually wearing modern clothes? Oh, hey dude. Or lady. Dude.
What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him? What? You're throwing your lot in with him for free, then? That's even worse.
No!
Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it? Good. Then stay out of it. Can't hurt. The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Malleolus, okay.
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
It's why. Fair enough.
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
Okay.
Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us? Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it. I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return. Dunno. Something good. Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron. Just make it good. Yeah? What have you got for me? Just make it good.
Okay.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see. We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Alright, Domitius. What's good, stranger?
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way.
Okay.
Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?" The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, Let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
Named Karen.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you? Older. I see. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
Wait, what?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help. But she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you? Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
I'll get right on it.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Okay, let me find where the rest of our neighbors are.
This area is private. I must ask you to leave.
Okay, okay, Equitia. I feel you. There's like zip lines, which I feel like are important for some reason. Who are you? Oh, that's one of the guards, looks like. Huh. That doesn't look good. That looks kind of concerning, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, just... This game does look nice. Also, I'm probably not gonna stream this for too long, just because I don't want to have too much spoiled. Can I use this yet? No. Okay. Is that a Parthenon up there? Is that what it's called? Ooh, I don't like the unsettling little... Avia. Oh, is this related to seek a bow? Okay. I don't think it's gonna be over here. I just want to explore a bit. Wow. What's over there? $246 coins. Why do I feel like that's not much? By the way, whoever else is in chat, if you guys want to leave a comment and let me know you're there, or let me know if you guys want me to continue streaming for a bit longer or not, just let me know. No, I can't hear you, sorry. Oh god. It's a lot. Is that supposed to be Atlas? Or who was it that had to roll the boulder up the mountain and then it would roll back down, they'd have to roll it back up again for eternity? Or no, Atlas was the one carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. I don't remember that guy's name. Ooh, there's a cave here. Okay. This map is a lot bigger than the mod. So... why do the rocks look like that? Everything's got like scan lines on them. Once you're a certain amount of feet away. It's kind of weird. I mean, it might just be a technical limitation. It might not really be like... you know... Oh.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Who are you?
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm fine, I guess.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned. Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
Mr. Bobs.
Sorry, I'm dog sitting at the moment and he's just chilling next to me. How'd you get here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
Rough.
I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Wait a minute.
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue. If you like. I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
She's a Christian.
I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words.
Shut up.
I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbors as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't know. I mean, I do think people are mostly, like, fundamentally good, because doing what I do for work, you know, I've interacted with a lot of people, and, you know, in the industry, I mean, you'd think I'd have to deal with a lot of quote-unquote Karens and people, but I really haven't. Like, a lot of people have just been really understanding and kind and generous, so... Yeah, no, I think most people are
You
cool.
don't think that's a little naive?
Maybe.
I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
People change.
I wish I shared your faith.
Yeah, I wish you could too.
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that.
It was horrible.
That sounds horrible.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Wolf-Pierce, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
Oof.
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing.
Fuck, man.
Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
I will.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
What?
I can't believe
Fuck!
Oh Lord.
Fuck, man.
Poor lamb. That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Oh, they're telling me to jump? Is it bad I kind of want... No. No. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Is there like a quick save? We're gonna save real quick. Because... Leap of faith, more like leap of fuck me. I don't have a body? Where's the chick? Wait, do NPCs not show up? Dude bro's still down there. Wait, is he in the water? If he fell, he most likely fell into the water. Ah, fudge it.
Thank you. I am delighted and extremely honored to have been elected your magistrate.
Wait, so where is he then? Ulpius. Okay, so I gotta find a way to find her. Me before I try and record a video. Okay, we're gonna go up here because we don't want him seeing us yet. Why do I feel like she's somehow here? Is that the girl? So I need to find a key. So I need to find a way to get her out. I'm pretty sure that's where she is, so if I can get her out before I talk to Ulpius. Okay, so I need to talk to... Fudge, okay. Oh god, that's anxiety inducing. I already know about the ink jar.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me? I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule, it's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie? The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real? Why? What credible evidence do you have for its existence? Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down? I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
Yeah, but I mean if it kills everyone.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken. I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it. You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
Oh, jeez.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it.
Okay, so the key... Okay. Hopefully the key works up here. Yeah, it was over here, right? Oh shit!
I'm not supposed to be in here. Talk. What business could you possibly have with me? My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private. Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave. I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
Okay.
Finally! This is outrageous.
Okay, so it's just says Malleus's wife, though. Doesn't say who his wife is. Hold on, I gotta see something. This dude's a skeleton, so there's no way it was him. Because he just jumped down.
What now? Whatever. Just...
This.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you? Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
Fuck that.
What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there.
Fucking
Put a
move.
sign at the door to warn the others. Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Fuck yeah, I mean, you're right. I should probably go get a weapon somewhere. Although there's no weapons allowed. Fuck, I need a bow. God, I don't like those whispers, man. They give me anxiety. Any of these shops sell weapons? I need a bow if I'm gonna go fight that bastard. Who are you?
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? and now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps? My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum. You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like. Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me.
Ah, great.
It is a long story.
Yeah, I have nothing else to do.
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. I admire your enthusiasm, my friend, but please allow me to explain why this is inadvisable. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Okay.
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
He sounds like a fucking NPC from, what's it called? Assassin's Creed 2.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
Okay.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances. Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Look at his face.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Greek.
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans who first started building here were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm. Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Okay.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery.
Oh, Lord.
Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know. Of course. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway. Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or This unknown god doesn't, and I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought. Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my
so this is the character.
preference for male company. Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists. Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused. Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision. My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, is there a day-night cycle here? How does this work? God, that's freaky. Who are you? Short as hell.
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Oh, it's a Katia.
I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Oh god, not right now.
As you wish.
Next time.
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask? All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course. Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no, I'm afraid not. But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course. I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed. You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. Certainly. And did you notice anything? A pattern? Oh, well then. Keep asking people how they wound up here. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first. Come back to me once you've acquainted.
Okay, what in the fuck is over here?
Hello? Hello?
Who are you?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
Oh, it's this guy.
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Let me guess, your brother?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes.
Oh.
They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Sure, buddy. I'll leave this on screen for like 20 seconds and then, yeah. There's no other page. Okay.
What does it say? My treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me.
Oh shit.
He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, Equity is kind of a weird name.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust.
Okay, fair.
But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot. Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what. Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a
Galerius
doll
does seem
and
nice.
everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm so sad. What is this? God, it's so sad. Is it actually getting darker out? I don't like this. I'm fast as fuck, boy. What's good, bitch? No. I gotta go find Galerius. Gotta go find Mr. Larry. Where you at, homegirl? What is up here? I don't like this area. This gives me the creeps. Yeah, no, I don't like this at all. Okay. Gotta go this way, 'cause I'm pretty sure he's over here somewhere. Hopefully they don't freak out about seeing a flashlight. God, this is creepy. Fuck.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Tantalus.
Still no sign of them. And I haven't slept right through.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit.
I'm not.
I'm Aurelia.
What if she's
And
out there somewhere
I hope I'm not being too
waiting to be
forward,
found?
but
Sounds
the
like a
moment
torture
I
yourself.
laid eyes on you,
Leave that for the
I
gods.
was
Try to relax,
intrigued.
Get some rest.
There's a
Morals
light
and
in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication. Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think? I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
I don't want anything.
You
to
know,
happen.
normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. I guess that went right over your head. Never mind. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it?
1,000 denarii?
Is it worth, say,
Or
1,000 denarii to you? Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe.
She's just gonna say
but
that
not
killing
now.
yourself's the only way out.
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that. I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. Whatever you like. All right, see ya.
Bye, you annoying woman.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? Well, it's a long one, and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it. I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up. But by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again. That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. And I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes. Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you.
I got you, Galerius.
Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me. And how could you know that? I mean, I don't like the man, but I don't see how you could know a thing like that. Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal? Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
That's a good point.
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life. All right. See you around.
Alright, Galerius, I see you. Who are you? Is that the crazy lady?
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
Well, a lot of
You
beer.
stay away from my money.
I don't want your money.
Galerius?
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right. What now? I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds.
I love your clothes.
Down towards the river.
So exotic.
Sounds like the election starting.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
I'm so confused. Mind your spot, dude. Okay.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision.
Damn, there's only this many people.
Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Holy shit. Well, that happened. Jesus.
Salve, friend. I don't think so. Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Oh shit, okay. Hold on.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably. All right, see you around.
Alright, I'm going to... So am I too fat? Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream. Did I come from down here? Yeah, so I should go up here. Something over there. Oh shit. Wait, if I find proof, if I show him proof that what he did causes, what's it called? If I show him proof that his plan starts the whole golden rule thing, would that help?
On your best behavior, I trust? What is it, citizen? He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good. Treat your inferior as you would wish. You can't ask for much more than that. What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better? I suppose that's true. Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose. Fine. Alright. Please keep an eye out.
Hey Horatius, how's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
You're trying to goad me into an argument. It won't work. I'm a stoic, remember? Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Scintilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man. Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day. Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep. You don't know Sturkus. He's not here. Dunno. The little Caput murder escaped earlier this morning, while I was taking Yulia to the clinic. He can't have gone far. Tell him the punishment he gets for coming back on his own won't be as bad as if I... Whatever.
Whatever. Wait, don't I still have the key? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected.
Okay, I'm gonna save.
Did your magistrate?
All right.
Magistrate.
So
Yes. Thank you.
there we go. That's just the, I guess, first couple hours. But if you guys are interested in seeing more, let me know down in the comments or on, you know, in any other comments on my, how do I explain it, on my videos. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and hopefully, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and hopefully you guys come to check out more of them. And if you guys want me to do more videos on this, just let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys later.